Why are you so close? Why every time I come on here, I gotta fix. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Can you guys see me? Can y'all see me? Of course you can. I'm live. What up, YouTube and IG? If I post this on IG, um, it's your girl Steph Jackson here, athlete freedom agent, and wide receiver coach. And tonight we're gonna talk about something that everybody is so obsessed with. I know you are if you are watching this. Um, and I'm sure you're thinking like it's a crazy formula, right? It's not all that crazy. Um, so tonight we're gonna talk about how to get noticed. I'm not sure why I always got this doggone pen in my hand, like I'm over here taking copious notes or something like that. But no, we going off the dome as usual. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff is just, you know what I'm saying, it's in me. I see athletes all the time wondering how to get noticed. I remember back when I was in like high school, we had the uh what was that? This was before Huddle. I'm probably dating myself or whatever. So we had like the VHS tapes. I mean, y'all, I'm gonna go fish out some old tapes of me playing ball. So these tapes, we'll have to like put them together and get them onto like CDs, DVDs, and send them out to colleges. Gone are the days. Shout out to whoever started Huddle, okay? And you got Instagram and YouTube and so many other Vimeo, so many other platforms that you can put all your plays and all your highlights on. And if you are an athlete and you do not have a Huddle account or you do not have a social media um, showing highlights and stuff, what are you doing? Unless you young Archie Manning, you need to have a Huddle. You need to have a YouTube. You need to have an Instagram, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say Facebook because I don't even be on Facebook like that. But um, because you are an athlete and because you're trying to get noticed, you need to put stuff out there, put content out there where they can notice you. Okay. Even before we even get to that, let's back this thing up. All right. So a lot of athletes, they cold calling coaches, they chasing. Um, I'm just gonna say this. I don't believe in chasing. All right. I believe in you chasing, not in the way that you think. So yes, it's really good to have advocates. Like if I have, and I do, if I have relationships with like college coaches, I'll be like, hey, look at this kid. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like it's good to have people who are connected, right? But it all starts with you. So how do you get noticed? You are the main component to you getting noticed. All right. So whether you in high school trying to get noticed by college coaches, or you in college trying to get noticed by pro scouts, you are the main ingredient to you get noticed. And what does that look like? So back when I was scouting with the Jets, um, we had scouts, and every team does in every sport. We had scouts that were like dedicated. We had area scouts dedicated to colleges in this region. We had scouts dedicated to pro teams. So if somebody got released on a team, we already know, like you already scouting that person, you already see what they've been doing all season, and you basically saying, hey, this person has this and this talent, this person can do this on the field or what have you, and our team needs that, right? And so there are always eyes on you. It's always eyes somewhere. Even like if you come from Podunk, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, you can get noticed there too. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys the key to getting noticed. And the short answer is you. All right. So before huddle, before IG, before you have somebody, you know, connected, well connected to get you in the door or whatever, whatever, there's one thing that predates all this, right? And that's you, your production. Matter of fact, let's back it up. Your training, your daily training, because you should be training daily. Even if you rest, take a day of rest, that's fine. But it should be like a daily training, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So I was on Instagram and I saw where I think it was the Sports Center maybe. They posted a montage of like Ja Morant, and he real hot right now, right? So they posted a montage of what Ja Morant is doing now, and then they posted his high school, like they posted his some workouts from high school, like that he was doing. It was like dark out, it was ugly. He had, I'm sure, maybe a parent or a big brother or a teammate or a friend or whatever passing him the ball. He was getting up shots. So everything you see him doing right now started there. The eyes you see on him and the eyes that you saw on him in college started there. So how do you get noticed? It starts when nobody is noticing. Okay. It starts when nobody is noticing. And I know that sounds crazy. Um, I'm like, you probably saying like, Steph, man, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get that. How do I get D1? Everybody D1, D1, D1. I'm trying to get D1 scouts to notice me, or I'm trying to get pro scouts to notice me, man. I need to go to a bigger school. I need to go here. I need to go there. When honestly, the honest truth, and I kid you not, and you got cats in the NFL that came from some of the smaller schools. If you are good, they will find you. If you that good, they will find you, right? So how do you get noticed? Be that good. How do you get noticed? Put in the work. How do you get noticed? Start with one day, one rep, one training regimen, one training session at a time. It starts in practice, going all out. The problem is that people think that the more talent you have, the more you're gonna get noticed. There are unicorns, right? Like when I say unicorns, I mean there are cats like when KG was in high school, he's big in everybody and he was moving like a guard. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony. There are unicorns, meaning that they're in the perfect place. They have the talent, you know what I'm saying? And it just happens to fall in place for them, right? But the way you make it fall in place for you is to work at it. I'm not saying them cats didn't work. I'm just saying like you get it. Like it's just unicorns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just some people, right place, right time, all that stuff. But you had a power to make it the right place, the right time. You feel me? Like you just have to put in the work. And you know what I'm saying? What does that look like? Like how do you gotta attract? You gotta attract um these schools to you. You feel me? Like there was like a picture of Coach Belichick, Bill Belichick, standing in the rain, looking at this NFL prospect, at this guy. Um, how do you get Coach Belichick to hop on the jet, fly all the way to, I think it was Tennessee or wherever, in the middle of the rain and scout you? You put in the work, and this cat did not come from a big school. You feel me? Like get it out of your head that you need these schools, that you need this, that you need that. They need you. If I can get this in your head, they need you. You know what I'm saying? And so it all starts with you. Like it all starts with you. Just hands down, it starts with you. And so before we even talk about you, how you put the highlight reels out there, about the content that you need to be putting on your social media, before we even talk about need to talk to what camps you need to go to, you need to be putting in the work. You. How do you get noticed? Question mark. You, period. That's the answer. You get noticed by you. You know what I'm saying? So you get noticed by putting in the work. This is what I know. Okay. I know it. I lived it. I've done it. So 2016 was the most successful athletic season I've had, whether it be basketball or football. 2016 was it. What did I do differently in 2016 than other years? 2016, I trained like a mad person. I went like vegetarian. I was training 3 times a day when no one was watching. Um, I gotta go dig up some old clips of me training. Like y'all wouldn't believe. Like I mean, I'm on the hill. I'm in the sand. I'm on the track. I'm on the field. I'm anywhere there's training to be had. I was there. What did this equal up to? Well, this equaled up to me being named like first team All American wide receiver. This ended up with my team winning the national championship. This ended up with me ultimately being eyes being on me on the field, and then that translated to eyes on me off the field. So that a year after that, I got my first NFL gig with the Vikings. Shout out to the Vikings. And so, but that all came from obviously it was God. You know what I'm saying? It was God, and then not but because it's always Him. All glory goes to Him. It was God, period. If I did not put in the work, I would not have been in a position for him to even favor me like that. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get noticed? Even when God wants to favor you, if you don't put in the work, you will not get noticed. He God already doing his thing. Okay. I think it's in Second Corinthians or something like that, somewhere in the New Testament. But it says that everything that God was going to do was completed before the foundation of the world. He did it. It's done. So now you, athlete, have to put in the work so that what he already has for you, he can get to you. Because if you don't put in the work, like, why would he get it to you if you're not going to work for it? One, two, if you don't work for it, it won't create the opportunity for him to even get it to you. You feel me? So don't be over spiritual, or don't be overzealous and thinking you it, and thinking that you doing everything and not giving God any glory. He gets all the glory. All I'm saying is that you have to put yourself in a position to even get what he got for you. Because some people be like, man, whatever, if God got for me, it's going to happen. Not necessarily. It will happen if you do take the necessary steps on your end to make it happen. And so we come back to the question, how do you get noticed? You putting in the work. You training after practice. You training before practice. Like I used to train for practice. Like legit. I used to train for practice. I mean, that's how, call me crazy, call me whatever you want to, but I used to train for practice. So when you had that mindset that, you know what I'm saying, when you had that mindset that nobody's gonna get this to me, it's on me to put in the work, then what you start seeing is things will start happening. And so this is how it looks, right? So step one, you put in the work. You every rep, every practice, off season training, you training off season, you training during the season, not overtraining during the season, but you making sure that you ready for each game each week, right? And if you basketball, you probably got a couple of games that week. Um, so step one, you putting in the work, right? You put in the work is step one. Okay. Step two, you start making plays. Matter of fact, I'm even gonna micro it and say you start making plays in practice, right? You start making plays in practice. You move into the starting lineup if you're not already there. And if you're in the starting lineup, your coach trusts you with the ball more. They trust you with more responsibility, right? So step one, you you put in the work on your own. Step two, you put in the work in practice. You start earning the coach trust in practice. Step three, you start making plays in the game. Okay. You make plays one week, make plays the next week. You take it one week at a time until you consistently making plays in the game. Okay. So now teams, you putting teams on notice. First is always a competition, right? First, you putting teams on notice. Okay. Then you start putting the conference on notice and the league on notice. Okay. So each game you making plays. So now half the season over, half the season done finished, and you got highlights out the tail. Like now you on huddle, you put them on Instagram. You when you do this consistently, chatter starts happening. Then what happens after the season? You know what I'm saying? You start playing sevens ball. What happens in sevens ball? 7 on 7. 7 on 7, you go into different states, you go to different cities, and all that work you put in before the season, all that work you put in during the season, all those highlights during the season, you start making the same plays on national competition. You start making the same plays. And then you go from this tournament to that tournament to that tournament to that tournament. And so what happens? Coaches are there, scouts are there, other players are there. I'm talking about they reposting you on their IG, because honestly, your biggest cheerleader is gonna be in your sport. Like when you making plays like that, you start garnering the attention of your fellow players, right? And then they talk to coaches about, like, these players are getting recruited too. So what happens is they you get you making plays in from one state to another. Every time you go to a tournament, you making plays. So they gonna be looking out for you. You got things like you got like Under Armour next gen, the rival series. You start getting camp invites. Okay, you start getting invites to these next gen athlete camps. You start getting invites to the rivals camps. You start getting invites to Adidas camps and all that. So all that work you put in by yourself to make plays during practice, to make plays during games, every week, to now after the season you making plays in 7 on 7 camps, and now you getting camp invites. Now 7 on 7 tournaments, now you getting camp invites. And these invites, and what happens here is when you go to these 7 on 7 tournaments, when you go to these camps, they rank you. They give you stars. You either get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, right? So you so some schools will only recruit 4 or 5 star players. Some schools will only recruit 3 star players. You know what I'm saying? So you start getting these stars. But what happened? How did you get how you look back after like 6 months after you really start putting in the work, and now you 3, 4, 5 star player, um getting the invites to these camps, and then you get invites to like D1 camps at schools, and then you start going on visits, you know what I'm saying? And then the process repeats if you have another year left of high school or whatever or what have you. I'm talking about high school players. You know what I'm saying? So it all started though with you putting in the work by yourself when nobody was watching, when it was just you and your teammates, or you and your friends, you and whoever you train with at home, when it was just y'all. And maybe you put a little video out here there on Instagram. That's fine. But it all started when you put in the work. That's how it starts. It always starts and ends with you. I don't care how many stars they give you. I know a cat right now, they slapped 3 stars on him, and his first official start in the NCAA, he broke the NCAA record for receiving yards, broke the school record for all that, touchdowns, receiving yards, receptions, all that stuff. It all starts with you. Why did he do all that? Because he put in the work and didn't care how many stars they slapped on you. And I'm just gonna say this as a caveat, like, even when you put in the work, even when you making the plays in practice, making the plays in the games, going to sevens, making the plays, that type of stuff. And even if they shortchange you on their ranking system, I'm just you got to believe in yourself enough to say, hey, whatever school recruits me, I'm gonna go to that school and I'm gonna make that school look good. And then what you notice is when you make those same plays on the next level, they the NFL scouts aren't going to not see you. Even if they say, even if you don't get a combine invite, It's plenty of players that didn't get combine invites that are now doing a thing in the league. You feel me? So don't even let all that. End of the day, it's all on you. Okay, it's on you whether they shortchange you, whether they don't invite you to the combine. It's on you. Adam Thielen, the Minnesota's top receiver. That's until Justin Jefferson got there. Now he the dude, but still, like from a production standpoint, Adam was the dude for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So Adam got picked up. He didn't get no combine invited, nothing like that. He got picked up at like open tryouts that the Minnesota Vikings were having um, for the state of Minnesota. He got picked up like that. Another guy, he's in the Saints Hall of Fame now, Hall of Fame kick returner, Michael Thomas, Michael Lewis. I say the Michael Thomas. Shout out to Mike, man. Get back on the field, bro. Um, anyway, they call him Beer Man. Why? Because he used to drive the beer truck, got off the beer truck, tried out for the team, and went on to not only win the '09 Super Bowl, but also broke a bunch of their records in the kick return game. Like your path is not gonna look like everybody else's path. It just ain't. Like it's not. It's not gonna look like everybody else's path. But the thing that sets you apart from them other guys is you. The thing that make or breaks you is you. It does not matter what how many stars they give you. It don't matter if they give you one star. Like if they give you one star, there's no way if you scratch that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If they out here giving you one star, you might want to go to basketball or soccer because that's just a slap in the face. And if I don't know. Even if you get one star in one year, if you put in that work, you can get 5 stars next year. You know what I'm saying? So everything is always on you, and don't get caught up in the hype. Please don't get caught up in the hype. Okay. Yes, it's cool to have 5 stars. Yeah, it's cool to be top recruit here, there. It's cool to have all these accolades in college, um, win the top of this award, the top that award. Man, listen, if you don't believe what I'm saying, believe Tom Brady. I'm not even like, I'm really not a fan of anybody, but I respect Tom Brady because y'all need to go YouTube Tom Brady's um pro day tryout or combine or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was picked in like the last round, like guys, Russell Wilson, late round pick, y'all. Late round pick. His what second year of the league? I think he took him to the Super Bowl and won it. Like, y'all, it's on you. It is on you. I promise you. If you understood how important you are to this journey, you wouldn't ever be stressed out about this coach or that coach not seeing you or this person passing on you. All you need is a platform, man. I'm telling you, my mom told me a long time ago, go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. Okay. If you go on where they celebrate you, you Gucci. You it. Like, you feel me? Like you it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always knew that it didn't matter where I went as long as I was there. Okay. I said that to myself a while ago, like whether it be the school. I mean, I got caught up in the madness. Like when I was being recruited for basketball coming out of high school, the only thing I knew is I wanted to go back home to Baton Rouge and play with LSU Tigers. That's all. They were like the top team at the time. They had Simone Augustus, Sylvia Fowles, that group, like the same group that was killing the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to understand that you are it. So the answer to how do you get noticed, it starts when nobody is noticing you. You. How do you get noticed? Put in the work. Don't cheat yourself because I'm gonna tell you, if you don't put in the work, you will not get noticed. I promise you that. I promise you that. You won't get noticed. So how do you get noticed? You build the blocks, build the blocks, build the blocks. You start when nobody looking here, getting your own reps in, doing your own training outside of any practice. You make plays in practice, you make plays in the game, you go to tournaments and you make plays, you get invited to camps and you make plays. You see how you get noticed? Make plays. How do you make plays? You got to train outside of practice to make plays. Playmaking happens when nobody's looking. I promise you that. Okay. That's all I got for y'all tonight. If this helped you, like, share, subscribe, hit that red or whatever color that box is, whatever it is, wherever you say see subscribe, just hit that down there. Okay. I got more training videos coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm it's taking everything in me not to just like put everything out, but we're gonna take it one day at a time. Okay. So I'm your girl Steph. Anytime you need me, come to YouTube or follow me on Instagram. I am Steph Jackson, keeping it real simple, guys. Okay, I'll see y'all tomorrow. You feel me? Shout out to Replay Gang. I know a lot of y'all replay gang. It's fine. Okay. But when your girl blow up and when you blow up, when I help you blow up, just know you was on the replay squad. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. God bless. I love you to life. Peace.